Welcome back for episode 21 from March 22nd to March 28th.
Looks like performance Model Ys are getting better 0 to 60 times than Tesla's claimed. Tesla said 3.5 second, and some people are getting 3.3 second. Pretty standard for Tesla to claim lower than or slower than what real world numbers are. So if you get a performance Model Y, enjoy the 0.2 second faster 0 to 60 than you thought you were going to get.
Public service announcement, the lithium-ion batteries used in Teslas hold their life best at about 50% charge. So if you are using your vehicle a lot, go ahead and charge to what you typically do. But if you're using your vehicle less with the coronavirus, charge it about 50%. Unless that doesn't make you feel comfortable, then do what works for you. But just so you know, the battery life will be the best at 50%.
And software updates are getting a little weird right now. Usually there's 1 or 2 versions that are getting released at a time. Currently there are 5 different versions coming out. So if you have anything from 2020.8 all the way up to 2020.12.1 or 2 right now, that's totally normal. Don't worry about it. My guess is that this is just Tesla working on different versions of autopilot and finding out what's working best for their rewrite of autopilot. So again, don't sweat it. You should be getting updates pretty soon. It just might not be the most recent version. Just don't sweat it.
UCLA got some much needed N95 masks from Tesla. Also, around 50,000 were delivered to a researcher's house at the University of Washington.
I have to correct myself from last week or the previous week. I lied to you. I didn't mean to. I'm going to correct it now. I said that the Model S, X, and Y have heat pumps. That is incorrect. The Model Y is the only model that has a heat pump. The S and X have a battery heater, which I was confusing for the heat pump. So Model Y has newer tech than any other Tesla model, which makes sense because it is the newest Tesla model.
Tesla Semi is being tested in Alaska, probably due to the cold temperatures there. If any of you ever watched the Extreme Semi driving where they drive on ice, it makes me curious if Tesla is going to try driving on ice. I guess we'll see.
So this past week, Tesla filed a patent for self-learning training data. Basically, because it's beyond me a little bit, it seems like the system is to weed out different reactions and interactions with the car to find out what was on purpose or an accident, basically how the car should have acted in the future. So for example, if there's a tire in the road, it would make sense that somebody would swerve out of the way and the car would learn from that. But if somebody's driving while distracted, and they swerve back into their lane or something like that, then the car should know that one of these triggers was a correct one that it should follow protocol with, the other one was incorrect, and to disregard that.
Last week we mentioned Model Y efficiency with Spec Motoring and I1 Tesla. This week they have some videos of the Model Y off-roading a little bit and drifting, so if you want to check that out, there's some links below.
So Tesla has a few new ways of doing deliveries, which kind of is nice with the coronavirus going on. But we're going to just mention all 4 of them real quick.
So the first option we're going to talk about is express delivery. You drive to the delivery center, you remotely check in, you sign the paperwork that's in the car, you give it to the, what's it called?
Delivery advisor.
Delivery advisor, and then you head out. The second option we'll talk about is Tesla Direct Drop. If your paperwork and your payment is already done, then they'll drop your car off at either your home or your work, and then you can use the app to get in the car and drive wherever you need to go. If there is paperwork that needs to be done, there's a prepaid envelope that you can put it in and send it off, and then you're done. Currently, this is only allowed in 13 states.
The third one is basically the same as the last one, but instead of them just dropping it off, the delivery advisor will actually wait around for you, and you'll go around the car, make sure everything looks good, and then be on your way. And then the last one, we don't really have a ton of details on it because Tesla doesn't specify, but if you live more than 220 miles away, it looks like a semi will just drop it off at your house or work, and you just sign the paperwork that they would have for you. I'm assuming everything already has to be done electronically before that, but then you have your car and it's just dropped off at your house.
This is a shout out to Doug Demuro for his review on the quirks and features of the Model Y. If you want to check out the video, the link is below. It's about 33 minutes, but it goes over everything about the Model Y and a test drive.
Software update 2020.12.1 that I mentioned earlier actually has some cars stopping at stoplights, even if they're green. This appears to be just something that Tesla's doing to recognize and make sure that it's recognizing correctly stoplights. You can overwrite the car stopping if it's stopping at a green light by hitting the gear stalk or by pressing the accelerator. And there's more info in these screenshots that we've included. Feel free to just pause the video and read them. And then shout out goes to Green the Only on Twitter for that.
Sandy Monroe is well known in the Tesla community for completely tearing down a Model 3, finding all the bugs about it, and then Tesla later went and fixed those issues that were found. He has over 30 years of designing, building, and processing different car components, so to say he knows his stuff is an understatement. A lot of people in the Tesla community have been waiting for him to do the same thing with a Model Y, and he just recently tweeted this, so maybe that's coming.
And on to Elon Tweets. They are all about the coronavirus, but we're going to keep it short and sweet. The first one, he tweets out, "Gig in New York will reopen for ventilator production as soon as humanly possible. We will do anything in our power to help the citizens of New York." And then in response to Mayor Bill de Blasio, hopefully I said that right, he said, "I spoke with Elon Musk late last night. He's donating hundreds of ventilators to New York City and state, including our public hospitals. We're deeply grateful. We need every ventilator we can get our hands on these next few weeks to save lives." To which Elon responded, "You're most welcome. Credit to the Tesla team. We'll do our best to help in any way." And then somebody had criticized Elon, saying something along the lines of Elon couldn't have made these ventilators for such and such reason. And somebody else responded and said, "No one's pretending he made them. They were most likely purchased from China. And if cahoots mean that they like Elon, then sure, they cahoots him a lot." And Elon responded to that saying, "Yup, China had an oversupply, so we bought 1,255 FDA-approved ResMed, Philips, and Medtronic ventilators on Friday night and airshipped them to LA. If you want a free ventilator installed, please let us know." And then followed up with, "Thanks Tesla China team, China Custom Authority, and LAX Customs for acting so swiftly."
And to end the week, let's do superchargers. There were 21 changes, or technically 25. Permits, 2, both in the US. Construction, there was 8, 2 in the US, 2 in the Netherlands, 1 in Poland, 1 in Taiwan, 1 in Norway, and 1 in Canada. 11 open, 9 in the US, 1 in Canada, and 1 in the UK. And 4 temporary closures. 3 in Spain, closed for the coronavirus, and 1 marked as temporary closed in Reno, but people say it's still working.
Thank you so much as always for watching. It's greatly appreciated. We have a couple more videos in the works for this week. Hopefully we can get those edited and uploaded. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or anything, please let us know down below. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.